Alright everyone, welcome back to part 2 of this fan mail unboxing. If you missed part 1, I'll go ahead and leave a link on screen and also down in the description. You can go check that out and then come back here afterwards. We got 2 more packages left to unbox. This big one here and the other smaller one. And as promised, we'll start with this one right here. So this next package is from Christian in New York. And he has a YouTube channel called Terrence the Tractor 525, which I'd highly recommend checking out if you ever get the opportunity. He uploads far better content than I ever will. But I guess he sent along quite a mixed bag of things, which is part of why I decided to go ahead and start with this package in this video. But just going to go ahead and get it open here and see what all he sent. And we got quite a full box here. Alright, first thing is, I'm not 100% sure, this looks like it's all in Japanese. What are these? Rice crackers. Okay, yeah, rice crackers. Oh, I requested these. These are the Thomas lotties. What are these? Crayons. A lot of Japanese confectionery things, I believe. There's Adventures Frankie. Or are these more of those rice crackers? Or I'd assume that's a Christmas card right there. And did I get everything? Nope, one more thing right there. And I think that's everything. Alright, here's everything that came out of that box. And as you saw, got some rice crackers here. These are biscuits. Got some candy. These are also chocolate sweets. Adventures. This is a narrow gauge coach, which I've got to take out of the bubble wrap. But I think the first thing we'll look at is what's in this envelope here. I just want to say that if there's any sentimental nonsense in this envelope, someone's going to get slapped. But I got a Christmas card here. That's the classic Thomas the Tank Engine right there. To myself from Christian. And get the card open here. Oh, that's nice. It says, Corey, thank you for being such a great friend. Hope you enjoy Frankie and the Japanese snacks too. Sincerely, Christian. Okay. This whole thank you for being a great friend, that counts to me as being sentimental. Christian, you're going to get slapped for that. I'm just joking. That wasn't really that bad. But I think the next thing we'll take a look at are these rice crackers. So Christian sent along 2 packages of these rice crackers. There's these ones here, and then those ones, which are, I think they're just smaller. Who knows, the ingredients between these 2 may be different. But he sent along quite a bit of this Japanese food because, well, he's partially Japanese, and he wanted me to try some of this stuff. But you can see what these rice crackers are. They're basically like a sweet and salty snack. You can see all the information on the back here. I don't need to point it all out to you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try these. I'll probably try those as well and see what I think of them. Okay, so it looks like these are wrapped in packs of 2. Tell you one thing, talk about a light snack. There it is. Get the camera set up here and try one of these. Alright, so I got a rice cracker here. Definitely smells like a rice cracker. Gonna take a bite here. Nah, just kidding. It's not that bad. Tastes a little like eating one of those styrofoam peanuts. I mean, granted, this is better than one of those, but yeah, really, it's not too bad. So yeah, these crackers here weren't too bad, but I am curious if there's any difference with these ones. So I've got a couple here to try and go ahead and do that now. So I'm thinking these may just be a snack size of those other rice crackers. So I'm not sure that the ingredients is any different, but go ahead and do the taste test here. And right away, I'm noticing there's more of like a, it's hard to describe, but it's more like a salty taste, I guess, to these versus those other ones. Again, though, they're not too bad. You know, this isn't normally something I would eat, but again, I don't think these are too bad. I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised, but I did enjoy both of these rice crackers, and I was really curious what it was I was noticing with these ones, and it had me looking at the ingredients, and I believe what it was the soy sauce right here. But also looking here, I noticed we got this whole California warning about, you know, causing cancer and all that. I'm honestly asking the question, why is that on food of all things? I mean, I can bring in something else we're all familiar with, and of course it's a model train here, and you buy these a lot of times, and they come with this whole, you know, California warning on the back, but like, I don't know, to see that on food of all things, like, what the hell is the world coming to? Like I said, those rice crackers were really good, and I know Christian actually sent some of these to Jacob as well, and I guess his mother actually hid them because she really enjoys these. I think the next thing we'll look at, though, is these chocolate crayons. So looking at this, you get 4 chocolate crayons and also something else here, which I'm not sure about at the moment. But on the back here, there's all the information for these. And I notice it says Fugia chocolate. Not exactly sure what that means. But, I mean, I know it is chocolate, whatever's in here. So go ahead and get this open, and I think there's actually a spot here in the corner that you open this. That is really nice and not having to struggle, unlike some candies, you know, it takes forever to open a Snickers bar. I've been calling these chocolate crayons, but according to the packaging, these are actually meant to be pencils, and I noticed the package also has possibly a maze game on it. I can't really decipher any of that because it's all in Japanese, but you get 4, as they call them, pencils, chocolate pencils, and this here I believe is a sticker because it peels up a little bit like a sticker, but you've also got a little thing on the back here. Maybe that's something to color, I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and open up one of these and see what they look like. I've just picked this one right here, and I think peel the foil back on the top. Just trying to open it here. And yep, that definitely looks like a pencil. No markings or anything else, but yeah, that's definitely a chocolate pencil. Kind of wondering if maybe you're supposed to use this to write on here, maybe. Not really sure. Again, I wish I knew Japanese. So obviously curious how it tastes. So, and I don't think it's really any different than, you know, like a Hershey's Kiss. It's pretty much what it's like. So yeah, those were the Fugia chocolate pencils, and like I said, tastes similar to something you'd get in like a Hershey's product. But I think with those out of the way, next thing I want to look at are these biscuits right here.
Okay, so these are called Koala March chocolates, and I believe these are biscuits filled with like chocolate frosting maybe. You can see the information right there on these. Another product of Japan. I like seeing that. But these ones I'm really curious about if they're similar to if you've ever just put like the chocolate frosting on a graham cracker. I'm kind of thinking that's what we might have here. But go ahead and open these up and do the taste test.
I'm not sure. I'm thinking just pull either side of this. Oh, that's nice. It's like we got a prize or something under here. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know. Can anyone decipher that for me? Go ahead and try not to damage the packaging too much. I might want to save this. I think I got it open, and looks like there's the bag of treats. Just opening up the bag here, and come on. Oh, that is really nice. Look at that. They got like printing on them. Ooh, that guy kind of lost his leg. That is really cool. Sort of like, you know how they stamp the M's on the M&M's? They've sort of done the same thing with these crackers, but they've stamped koalas on them. That is really cool. So I'm sure you're all curious how these taste. So I'm going to go ahead and try one here. And right away, it's like an animal cracker, if you're familiar with those. And as I figured, sort of like chocolate frosting inside. Really, really good. I ought to do a channel, just me eating all day. And that probably exposed how bad of a diet I've got. I need something to wash this down with. Have to admit, I really did enjoy these koala biscuits. I actually ate a few more of these off camera, but you know, like I said, they're sort of like an animal cracker with chocolate frosting in them, and I especially like how they got the koala prints on the sides of them. I didn't even know this was how they looked until I, you know, opened up the bag. But you know, it's a shame that I don't have any place close to me that has these Japanese confectionery items, because I'd be curious to try more of them. So to change things up a bit, I decided to take a look at this Bachmann narrow gauge coach that Christian sent along. And this isn't anything he got for me. I'm actually going to be making some faces for this and sending it right back to him. But I wanted to take a look at this because it's the first time I've ever had any of the Bachmann narrow gauge stock in my hands. And I gotta admit, there's a lot of nice things with this coach here. I believe Bachmann based these off of the Taliclin coaches, and the amount of detail on these is impressive. Of course, you've got buffer details and such. Those are expected to be there. But I can also see we got the little hook detail. There is, on the other end, there is, looks like brake lines and such. And there's even details with the braking and the framework underneath. So really nice. I don't think the interiors are detailed, but there is window glazing. And just because I can bring in one of my Nakiyoshi narrow gauge coaches, put next to that one. And I mean, granted, this one's not as detailed, but the colors look similar. And I think this one here gets some faces made for it, and the others Christian has. I think that'll make these look even more impressive. The next thing I want to take a look at is these Thomas & Friends lotties, and I think it's been quite a few years back now, but Charlie actually sent me some of these, and I was telling Christian about that and saying about how I'd like to have some again. And that's the problem with me living in the corner of nowhere, is I just don't have any shops near me that sell this stuff. But you can see there's the information right there.
nutrition facts right there. And I like the artwork on the packaging. You can see that if you get more of these tubes, you can actually connect them. I guess these are supposed to look like an engine. I got to take some of the packaging off, but you can see you got Gordon face right in the lid there. And basically what these are is little candies shaped like Thomas faces, but I'll go ahead and get the packaging opened here. Like that, I think. Whoops. There we go. Hopefully with some of the packaging removed, you can see that this is sort of meant to look like a steam engine. You've got Gordon's face right there, and then this area here is meant to be the smoke box, and this part here is supposed to be the funnel. But I'll go ahead and open this up and show you some of the candies in here. So I'm just going to dump a couple out here to show you. And if you're familiar with the candy Smarties, I believe that's pretty much what these are like. There's James's face there. And then that might be Thomas, I think. But no, these are really good. Like I said, they're like the Smarties because they got sort of like a tart taste to them. And I quite enjoy these. I'm really happy to have some of these again. And I did manage to find the tubes from the ones Charlie sent me. Although I've only got 2 of them here. The Percy one's missing. But I do have Thomas and then also James. But yeah, I have no idea where Percy got to. But I think now that we're done looking at these lotties, we can go ahead and take a look at this Adventures Steelworks Frankie that Christian sent. Well, here's Frankie. You can see how her packaging looks. We've got her CGI render right here in the corner, as well as Steelworks Frankie. I'm kind of wondering why this doesn't just say Frankie. But Adventures, metal engine, you can see how she looks. We will take this out and put it on the turntable in just a minute. But going around to the back of the box here, you can see that we've pretty much got, I think, the same stuff that was on all the Adventures and even going back to the Taken plays. But I do find it a bit comical how we have Collect Them All on the back here, and there's only 2 characters. I mean, would it really be that hard to put 3 more characters on here? Seriously, Mattel, you whine and complain that the merchandise isn't selling, and yet you don't even try to advertise it correctly. But, I mean, I don't know. I personally feel like Adventures had a lot of potential. It was one of the ranges that I felt was on the right track. The best it had been, or been since, you know, it came in after the terrible era of the Taken plays. But it's just a range I feel that was cut way too early, and for this garbage of all things. I mean, what were they thinking? Well, actually, I don't think they were thinking at all. I know I gotta throw in this unboxing shot, because if I don't, somebody's gonna be disappointed. But go ahead and get Frankie out here and go ahead and take a closer look at her. Alright, this is just my opinion, but I honestly feel like Frankie had a bit more effort put into her compared to some of the other Adventures, at least in terms of the paintwork. Because you'll notice that there's fine details on here that are painted, like the handrails, the brass trim. I believe this is supposed to be a horn on the roof, but it's hard to tell with the proportions being squashed like they are. There's brass trim around the windows. Frankie has her nameplates on the side. Also, there's MSC on top of the radiator, which I'm not sure what that means, so you guys will have to tell me. The face looks good, although something's nagging me about it that, you know, says it's a bit off. Got headlamp on top, as well as brass trim around the funnel, or as I'm going to call it, an exhaust pipe, because Frankie's a diesel. Unfortunately, despite all that extra paint work, she still suffers like all the other Adventures with the unpainted buffers. And I also noticed that her road number is absent. It should be just below the buffer beam, but I believe that the way these Adventures are designed, she just can't accommodate that. But, I mean, I kind of like Frankie as a character. I don't think Journey Beyond Sodor was that bad. I've definitely seen worse in terms of specials. But the only thing that kind of got me with Frankie was at the end of the movie, she just has that emotional breakdown and starts crying, and it just made me feel uneasy. I do not do well when there is females crying. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I dare say that's why I'm single. So that's everything that was in that package Christian sent me.
And of course, I got a lot of these
Rice crackers and also the koala biscuits, also the chocolate pencils and the Thomas Lotties, the Adventures Frankie we just looked at, and then lastly the Christmas card that he sent. And I dare say I'll be enjoying all of this stuff clear up to Christmas. And I really do appreciate Christian taking the time to get this and send it to me, and really great Christmas gift, and just shows that he's a really great friend. So Christian, if you're watching right now, again, really appreciate what all you sent, and I've got quite a few things going your way as well. First being this Ertl fire engine. Now, don't ask me how I got this. All I will say is that it was not easy. But you'll also be receiving a Christmas card from me. Yes, I know, and I got you covered. But also going to be sending along a mystery box. Now, I'm not going to disclose what's in here. All I will say is when you open this, you will be very impressed with what you find. And aside from what you see here, I'll have some other stuff going your way too. Although I don't want to spoil all the surprises, so you'll have to wait about another week or so to find out what all is coming your way. Well, I've got one more box left to open.
But considering that we recently cracked the 20-minute mark, I think I'm going to
push this over to another video to look at it. I mean, what Christian sent in, that was a single unboxing video itself. But again, we'll go ahead and pick up on this in the next unboxing. So, catch you guys in a bit.